Hello children, welcome to class 5. We have already started a lesson, sentences, and in that we studied about what is a sentence. So sentence is a group of words that complete sense. Before moving ahead, let's have a quick recap and then we will move ahead. Okay, so in that we discussed kind of sentence. So there are 4 types of sentence, and then I told you that sentence based structures are also there. So first we will discuss about types of sentence, and then we'll move towards structure based sentence. Okay, so now first of all you need to understand what is sentence. Sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. This is called sentence. Then we discussed about types of sentence. In that we discuss about declarative sentence. What is declarative sentence? It is also known as statements. Okay, simple sentence, and it starts with capital letter and ends with full stop. So these are the example, like Amazon is a river. Nikita ate 3 bananas in the morning. So you can see over here the sentence begins with capital letter and end with a full stop. All these sentences are like that only. It begins with capital letter and it ends with full stop. Understood? Then we discuss about interrogative sentence. What is interrogative sentence? When we are asking question. So whenever we need to get information, we are using interrogative sentence. So it also begins with capital letter and ends with question mark. But the since we need to get information, so it begins with all the when, who, how, such kind of a sentence. Okay, so all information, whether it is yes no or yes no question or information based question, we use question mark in the end of the sentence. And these are the example. When is the musical festival starting? Okay, then you can see over here also, who left the fridge on open. So these are the interrogative sentences. Fine. Now then we discuss about imperative sentence, where you need we are giving it is based on command or an advice or make a request. Whenever we need to do such thing, we use imperative sentence. Okay, it ends with full stop or sometimes an exclamation mark also. Either it is in the both way. Fine. So in the simpler name, it is called command or request. And these are the example. Give me the remote. Stop talking. Let's go home. So these are imperative sentence, where we are giving command or instruction or requesting, or we are giving advice. Fine. Then we studied about exclamatory sentence, which shows the strong feeling, or it ends with an exclamation mark. Understood? So till here we discussed. Now today, adding to the same topic, we are going to discuss about subject and predicate. So structure based sentence based on structure we will study later on. Before we study that, we need to understand these things. So once we will understand, you will understand these subjects and predicate, phrase and clauses. Afterwards we will move towards structure based sentence based structure based on structures. So number one, first you need to understand what is subject and predicate. So in each sentence, whichever sentence you will pick up, there you will find there is a subject and there is a predicate. So subject means the person who is a doer. So here you can see the example in the this slide only. I want a new car. So here I is the subject and want a new car is a predicate. Okay, so each and every sentence the doer is the subject. Then you can find, now let's see what is, there are different types of subjects also. So we need to understand that also. Now the subject tells whom or what the sentence is about. Like swimming is a good exercise. So here swimming is is a subject. Then the picture struck her out. Okay, so here the picture is a subject. How kind you are. Here you is a subject. Fine. So the whenever you need to find out a subject, you need to understand whom we are talking about, or whom the sentence is explaining about what. So whenever you need to identify subject, you need to find out these two answer, whether whom or what. Okay, so in first sentence you could see what good exercise is what? Swimming. Okay, then the picture stuck her out. So here picture is a subject, we are talking about picture. Then whom we are talking here? How kind you are. So I am talking about a person. Fine. So whenever, I hope it is understood that subject you need to, when you will you need, how you will identify a subject, you need to find out about what or whom. Understood? Then what is simple subject? Now the simple subject is the main word or the word that tells whom or what in the sentence. Okay, this is called simple subject. You could see over here 4 new students arrived early. So here students is a main subject. This is a main word of the sentence. Fine. So this is simple subject. When you need to identify simple subject, you need to find out the main word of the sentence. Okay. So the 4 new students, out of that, students is the main word, the key word of subject. Okay. Then complete subject. See the same sentence, but here what happens? The complete sentence consists of all the words that tell whom or what a sentence is about. So complete subject means whatever information you are getting about the main word or the main subject, that is complete subject. So you can see in previous slide the main word was subject. Understood? So here main word is students. Then if you need to identify the complete subject, what happened? The 4 new students. This 4 new is telling more about the students. What kind of, who were they? The new students. And how many? 4. So it is giving more information about students. So this is a complete subject. Understood? Now, so what is the difference between simple subject and complete subject? Simple subject, in simple subject you need to identify the main word or keyword of subject, main word which is telling you which is the subject. But when we are talking about complete subject, it means when you are getting more information about the main word or main subject. So here you can see there, as I told you, the example is given over here. So the 4 new student is a complete subject. Out of this, student is a main subject. Understood? Now here you can see I have given you some practice this thing, just to revise or recapitulate what we studied in previous slide. Like you can say Ray Bradbury is also a writer of science fiction. So here it is simple subject. Okay, who is simple subject, he is a writer of science fiction. A golden apple of the sun is a collection of his story. Now here the golden apple of the sun, this is a main subject, complete subject. It is talking about the story, but this one is the complete subject. Is your favorite story in that book? Okay, is your favorite story in that book? So here story is a subject. Understood? And these all are complete subject. This is complete subject. Favorite story in that is a complete subject, but only story is a main subject. Fine. Here you can see the golden apples of the sun is a complete subject also or main subject also. Understood? And here also. Clear? Now we will study about predicate. Now what is predicate? The predicate means basically it is verb, the verb which comes in the sentence. The predicate of or a verb of a sentence tells something about the subject. Whatever work done by the subject, that tells that information you will be getting from the predicate. So basically predicate is a verb. Okay, so here you can see the example, the phone rang. So the phone is a subject, as I said. Phone is uh, main subject or complete subject, and rang is a verb. It is a predicate. Since it has no object, it has only a verb. But in the next sentence you will find, outside the tent was a baby bear. So here was is the helping verb, was is working as a verb. So here rang and was is a verb which is predicate. Now again we will discuss about simple predicate and complete predicate. Fine. So first we'll discuss about simple predicate. Now what is simple predicate? Simple predicate is the main word or main or the word group that tells something about the subject. Like here you can see the pilot. Pilot is a subject. Broke the sound barrier. Okay. So here broke is a verb. Broke is working as a simple predicate. Fine. So whenever you need to find out simple predicate, what you need to identify? Yes, you need to identify a verb. Understood? Clear? So when you need to identify simple predicate, you need to identify a verb. When you need to identify simple subject, you need to identify the main word, main subject. But when you need to identify complete subject, so you need to underline or circle complete word which is giving the information about the main subject. Fine? Now what is complete predicate? The complete predicate consists of a verb and all the words that describe the verb and complete the meaning. In simple predicate only we need to identify the verbs, but in complete predicate the verb along with the word which describe or which has a complete meaning. Okay, like you can see over here. You can see over here the pilot broke the sound barrier. Okay. So here the pilot is a subject and broke till barrier is a predicate, and this is complete predicate because it is telling more about verb. It is describing more verb. So broke the sound barrier is a predicate. Now again let's have some practice. Here you need to circle the main simple predicate and underline the complete predicate. So here many scholars is a subject. Now simple predicate is are, but complete predicate what you will do? Are unsure about the history of the stars and stripes. Fine. So it is telling more about. So here this is the complete predicate. Fine. The Continental Congress is a subject. Okay. Approved is a main verb. So approved is a verb. So it is working as a simple predicate. The Continental Congress approved a design for the flag. So approve a design for the flag is a predicate, and out of that approve is a simple predicate. Understood? Because it is verb. Okay. Are, approve, included, all these words are verb, and rest of the rest of the words are describing more about the verb or giving complete meaning. Fine. The flag is designed. The flag's design, the flag is what? It's a predicate. Flag's design is a subject, sorry, and include is a what? Include is a predicate, main verb. Okay, it's a included is a verb, and then 13 red stripes and 13 white stripes. This is the complete predicate. Understood? Now subjects, more about subject. A subject is who or what the sentence is about, as I tell in the previous slide. So it is a noun or it might be a noun. What is subject? That is very important to know. So what is subject? It might be a noun or a pronoun. So first we studied about each and every sentence is having subject or predicate. Then we discuss about what is subject, how you can identify the subject and predicate. Now how you will come to know that what will be the subject. So the subject will be either noun or pronoun, fine, and this is the simple subject. And when complete subject is there, it means you need to, it is a kind of recap also what we studied. A complete subject of the sentence consists the subject and any other words related to it, fine. And predicate, what is predicate? A predicate is a verb, tells something about the subject. It is an action or linking, fine. This is simple predicate, and complete predicate is predicate consists of the verb and any word related to it. I hope it is clear. So what we studied till here, subject and predicate, this is the gist. Subject means any noun or pronoun when it is simple subject, but when it is complete subject, it means it is giving you more information about a subject, means either noun or a pronoun. Then predicate, simple predicate is a verb. It is linking word also. It is an action or a linking word. It is when we talk about simple predicate. But when we are talking about complete predicate, it means it consists the verb and any words related to it. Shall I move ahead? See, the examples are there. Can you see the example? Mark Twain is my favorite writer. A funny dog ran across the street. So here is as a verb and it is giving more information. So is working as a linking word. Here ran, a verb, is working as a linking verb, and Mark Twain and furry dog, these are subjects. Now till here it is clear. So what we discuss about sentences. In that we discuss about types of sentences. Then we discuss in types of sentence we discuss about declarative sentence, imperative sentence, exclamatory sentence and interrogative sentence. Then we discuss about subject and predicate. In that we discuss about what is subject, any noun or pronoun when it is simple subject, and what is complete subject when it is giving more information about noun or pronoun. That is called related to the subject, that is subject. And what is predicate? Predicate is a verb or linking word when it comes for simple predicate. And what is complete predicate? Complete predicate it is more words related to the verb. Okay. Now phrase and clauses. There are two types of this thing. Phrase means it is incomplete word. Here you will find incomplete word but which has some meaning. Phrase means it is an incomplete word but it has some meaning, and clauses means it has a complete sentence. When we'll move ahead, I can show you this with the web map, how to identify a phrase or a clauses. Okay. Now see the definition. A group of related words that does not contain a subject or verb and is used as a part of speech. That is called phrase. It does not mean it has a subject or verb, but it has some meaning. These words are having some meaning. If I say good boy, it is not a complete sentence, but it is having it has some meaning. I am talking about a boy who is good. Okay, tall tree. So again it has some meaning. So such kind of a word comes under phrases. Clause is a group of word which is having a verb or a subject both. It is a sentence or independent sentence, you can say, which has subject, verb and object, or it is not necessary that always you will find the object, but that complete sentence you will find. So can you see the concept web? Here it is written phrases. Now what is phrases? It is not a full sentence. Okay, it is a group of word with some meaning, which has some sense, but it is not a complete sentence. Now, not a complete thought also. Okay, can have subject or verb or neither. These sentences might not be having subject or verb, and sometimes you will find both the subject and verb is missing, but it has some sense. As I said, tall tree. So here subject is there, but verb is missing. Fine. Then prepositional phrases, adjective phrases, noun phrase and verb phrase. Verb phrase we studied in verb. This verb phrase we have already studied. Now what is clauses? It has subject. It is important that it has subject, it has a verb, can express a complete thought. These sentences, clauses is having complete thought. Why? Because this such kind of a sentence is having subject and verb both. And then independent and dependent or subordinate. So independent means it has only one sentence, and dependent, that I will explain you ahead. Independent sentence, the proper sentence which has one subject and one predicate. Fine. Now phrase, definition and examples. What is phrase? First we will discuss phrase, then we will discuss clauses. Okay. So noun phrase, the tiny mouse. As I said, tall tree, very tall, adjective. Okay. So here you can say noun phrase. What is that? The tiny mouse. Verb phrase, was reading. Adjective phrase, very tall. Adverb phrase, only occasionally. Prepositional phrase, on the table. So all these words you could see it has some meaning. Fine. A tiny mouse, has it some meaning? Yes. Was reading, somebody was reading. Very tall, again we are this is an adjective describing word, but it has some meaning. On the table, something is kept on the table. Okay. So such kind of a sentence is generally we use in our day to day life. In regular speaking or regular whenever we are in general talk, we use phrases. Okay. We never, mostly you will find at home also with your parents or your friends, we speak in such way only, in the phrase form, where the sentence is not complete, but people are able to know what exactly we mean. So a group of two or more words functioning as a meaningful unit within a structure or within a sentence or a clause. Okay. Now what is clause? This is very important. A word group that contains a subject and verb. So what is clause? A group of word which has some meaning, and it is also what you can say, a word with both subject and as a matching verb. It has a matching verb. In a clause you will find both. So these clauses are of two type. Number one is independent clause and number two is dependent clause. So dependent clause is also known as subordinate subordinate. So till here I hope it is clear. In next class we will discuss about clauses. Phrase is clear. So we discussed today about recapitulation of sentences, type of sentence. Then we discuss about subject and predicate, and today we discuss about phrases. Now clause we are going to discuss in next class. Till then, goodbye.